had some practice.
Please don't say it's going to PC. Please don't say it's going to PC.
If they say going to PC,
Remastered.
Oh, fuck.
It's for PS5 and PC. Jim Ryan
don't
lost
say-
touch,
don't
bro. That is
don't
dumb
say-
as bro. Jim, man, I'm telling you, they need to fire that bro. They gotta fire that dude.
Cope and fucking seethe. Also, shout out to Harry and Omar in the background in that picture. So after months upon months of speculation, The Last of Us Remake has finally been announced. The other day it got leaked, and a pretty big surprise for myself and a lot of others, that not only was it coming to PS5, but it was also coming to PC. Now, what are my thoughts on this? I mean, pretty generic if I'm being honest. The first Last of Us is probably in my top 5 favorite games of all time. I think the writing in it is absolutely fantastic. The gameplay, while definitely generic, it's still serviceable, and shit, I'll go as far to say that I actually do like part 2, despite all its flaws, plot holes, and fundamental story issues. I think the ideas in part 2, while they were seemingly executed by autistic monkeys, I still think they are really interesting ideas, and if done right by the right people with the right amount of care, part 2 could have been another masterpiece in storytelling from Naughty Dog. Obviously, that's not the reality we live in, but I can definitely appreciate part 2 for what it tried to do at least. So, on to The Last of Us Remake. I think it looks solid. The graphical upgrade for this game is actually insane, and it just looks fucking gorgeous. This is one of the few remakes that I actually want them to not touch, especially after what they did to the characters in part 2, which from what they've shown in the reveal trailer, that's what they're doing and keeping it a fairly faithful recreation of the original. I hope they change up the gameplay a little bit with all the new things part 2 added, like going prone, jumping, and dodging, because I genuinely cannot describe how much of a difference those things make to the gameplay. I hope they update the AI so there's no more Ellie walking out in front of people and somehow not being seen, along with doing the same thing part 2 did with its NPCs where they'll like talk to each other and cry out each other's names when they get killed. Everything else just keep the same, don't touch it, and don't fuck it up. But again, like I said earlier, another surprising announcement that came from this is that the game is also going to be coming to PC. And what's really interesting to me about this is that this is the first time a new PS5 game was revealed, and from the time it was announced to be coming to PC. And that just tells me that within the next couple of years, Sony is probably going to be doing day and day on PC with their games. Shit, I even thought when the stuff first got leaked a few hours before it was announced that it was going to be day and day. But they said during the Summer Games Fest that it was only going to be coming shortly after, unfortunately. The game is also $70, which is complete bullshit, but pretty much all the developers are making their games with that $10 price increase for next-gen games, so it's like, shit, what the hell are you going to do at this point? Plus, it's on PC, so you also have the discount sites that are going to let you pre-order games at a discount. So personally, I really don't care about the game being $70, and shit, there's still a chance that it might only be $50 to $60 on Steam, so everybody just keep your fingers crossed, I guess. I'm definitely going to be getting it either way, because again, I fucking adore the first game. I'm hoping if it is $70, it's going to be on sale on one of the sale sites, and if not, I'm definitely not going to pirate the game. But you don't give a fuck about my thoughts on the game. You came here for the salt, and the salt is fucking glorious as usual.
I'm so confused. Why are people surprised that The Last of Us Part 1 remake is $70? Demon's Souls was the same price.
It's not really surprised that people got that the game was $70. I mean, it was confirmed to be next gen only. From what I've been seeing, it's more so that people are just pissed off and annoyed with $70 games, which again, personally, I've given up on any hope that games are going to go back to $60. But at the same time, you know, I get why people are mad at it. Most games nowadays aren't even worth $60, and the fact that devs think that their games are worth more is some of the stupidest shit I've ever heard. Look at Returnal or the new Ratchet & Clank. Returnal was a constantly crashing buggy mess at launch, while Ratchet & Clank was like, what, 11 hours long with like 4 hours of cutscenes, and it's not even meant to be constantly replayed like a Resident Evil game since it's story focused. And yeah, both Demon's Souls and The Last of Us are remakes, but really, what's so next gen about them? Demon's Souls was essentially a glorified remaster, with pretty much the only notable change being the graphics improvement, and that's why I don't even consider it a remake and just call it a remaster. And right now, Somehow Last of Us seems to be the same thing. I can't really say anything because we haven't gotten gameplay yet, but that's what it's shaping up to be. Again, these games being faithful recreations of their original counterparts aren't bad things, but at the same time, just a new coat of paint isn't really enough to justify $70. That's why if this shit don't go on sale day one, I'm about to be getting pieces of shit in my bed from how much I resemble Johnny Depp by the end of this.
But before we get the $70 remake with no multiplayer, fake outrage, I only have one question. Are you verifiable?
Yes, because it takes a fucking virtual trophy that proved you played a game to criticize a corporation for objectively putting in less content in a game and charging more for it. Once again, the fact that the remake doesn't have multiplayer, I really don't care too much about. Personally, I literally never touched the multiplayer once and could not give two fucks as to whether it's included in the remake or not, but I definitely understand the outrage. They are charging a full $70 more money than the original with objectively less content, making it an objectively worse product. It's fucking stupid.
Call of Duty is $70, but nobody said anything about that.
Yes the fuck they did. My entire server was filled with people bitching about it being $70 and there being no $60 option anymore. The whataboutism these people have been making lately is absolutely pathetic. We aren't talking about COD, we are talking about The Last of Us, but both should not be $70.
Last of Us isn't coming to PC. Or else.
Blaze, I love you, man. You're actually one of the few fanboys that I genuinely have a weird respect for right now after that whole Spiderman Saw situation. But, you know, dude, you gotta keep your word on this shit. Saw your PS5 would be funny as fuck to watch. Shit, I'll even give you a shout out again if you really want me to.
PC soon. Just wait until you people understand the definition of masterpiece of excessive from PlayStation players that have enjoyed this game since in the beginning.
Bro, I would watch the fuck out if I were you, because again, like I said earlier, this is the first time we've had a new game revealed with the PC port already confirmed. Who knows, maybe by the time The Last of Us 3 comes out, we'll all be able to suffer through Abby's titties in harmony on day one.
We had trash at Summer Games Fest and Sony trying to bait us into paying for them to port Last of Us to PC. On God, I'm good. Y'all can believe me or not. They won't be getting my money. I'll sail the high seas when it comes to PC though.
Like I've said a million times at this point, these ports, along with us constantly making fun of them on the daily, have started to crack the PlayStation fanboys. They went from, no, don't port games to PC because of pirates, to, if you port this game, I'm gonna pirate it. It's just so fucking ironic. Also, you guys have been paying for our ports literally since these games have started to come out. Thanks, by the way.
And in all honesty, I think The Last of Us remake is going to make RE4 remake look like a village asset flip.
Both of those games have reused assets. The character models, a lot of the stuff building the environments have been shown to be very clearly ripped from part 2. Not to mention from what they've shown, The Last of Us is an extremely faithful remake building off of what came before, while RE4 has already shown some very clear differences between the remake and the original. Like the new Ashley segment they showed off in the trailer comes to mind. Last of Us hasn't shown shit aside from the graphics, and I know, like I just said earlier, I don't want them to change a lot of the stuff and keep it faithful to the original, but honestly that's just the story stuff. I actually do want them to change up the gameplay and add all the gameplay elements they added in part 2.
No Days Gone 2 for this.
Bro, thank fucking God there was no Days Gone 2. Holy shit. That game was a complete fucking shitstorm. I will literally take a million Last of Us remakes and even play through part 2 once or twice before I have to play another fucking hour of that generic ass zombie game. Now, another thing I looked on aside from Twitter was the comments for the PlayStation blog. Now, I'll be 100% honest, I have no fucking clue why I seem to be the only person who looks on here, because the salt here is a lot easier to find. You can just go to an article and scroll through the comments, but all that shit aside, I found some stuff on here too, which I just found really funny. So we'll be reading that for a bit to close off the video.
Traitors! Only on PlayStation! Traitors!
See what I mean? See what I fucking mean. The amount of PlayStation fanboys taking refuge here after being made fun of on Twitter is fucking insane. I'll be fair, it's pretty fucking smart. Most people are gonna be checking Twitter for this shit since that's what most people show in videos and stuff, but yeah, PlayStation has pulled an O'Brien in 1984 and sided with the evil PC master race. Unlucky as fuck. Now give me money.
Yeah, I'm selling my PS5 and pirating this on PC. Only on PlayStation. Lol, what a joke. I've lost all enthusiasm for this remake.
If you cared so much about exclusivity, why would you buy a PS5 in the first place? For like 6 months before the PS5 even came out, Sony was making it clear the direction they were going with those Horizon Zero Dawn and Death Stranding ports. They don't give a fuck about exclusivity anymore. They even made it more obvious with the only on PlayStation thing in the top right corner of PlayStation boxes removed with the new PS5 boxes. That's on you for being a goddamn cuck. Also, you're not coming to PC. Gates are closed, and have a good day. And as usual, I saved the best for last, which this was from the PlayStation blog, so enjoy this shit.
Ah, it just hurts so much. I love you, Sony PlayStation, even though it's clearly one-sided.
Bro, this man really sounds like he's going through a goddamn breakup or something with a corporation. Telling them he loves him and shit and complaining how they don't love him back. No fucking shit, they don't love you back. You're literally a number to them. This is actual fucking gold. Like, I genuinely don't know what to say at this point. We've literally seen it all. Fanboy confesses his love for a corporation. The greatest love story since La La Land. Fucking Christ. Anyways, I'm just wanting to game end at this point from that last quote, so I'm gonna get as close to that as I possibly can by going to bed, because it is 2 in the morning. Whether you like The Last of Us Remake or not, just please don't go confessing your love for things that aren't people. I'm literally begging you. That fucking hurt to read. And as always, if you liked the video, make sure to like, subscribe, join my Discord, stalk my social media accounts like JTech just did a couple days ago. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you all have a great day.
What are you going to do?